Kita masih
Assalamualaikum.
pakai baju raya je.
Ya, betul. Masih beraya, baru seminggu. Lebih kurang seminggu je raya.
Kan? So anyways, welcome everybody to Sembang Saturdays Live. This is our final episode in the series. Betul tak, Jay? Kind of excited with this one.
Lain daripada yang lain.
I don't know if I'm excited or I'm scared.
Both.
Both kan. So if you guys are tuning in, welcome to the show. And if you guys are wondering what the show is all about, so we created this show Sembang Saturdays Live to kind of like supplementary to our program for My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar 2021. So we designed this series to, create conversations to help our SME, participants to achieve a successful vendor event experience. So this is the final one. We're closing like probably the 8th. I don't ingat dah berapa episode we have, but we had about 8 episodes kan, Jay?
Ya, lebih kurang.
Ya, lebih kurang lah. But anyway, Selamat Hari Raya everybody. It's never too late to say Selamat Hari Raya. If you're here, say hello in the comments so we can say hello to you right back. And, and especially I'm excited. We will be joined by 1 or 2 guests on this show. So just to let you know, just say hello in the comments so we can say hello to you back. We see somebody here, but maybe you malu-malu, but just say hello so that we know who you are. We have one. Says, Assalamualaikum. Jay and Zef, are you here? Hi, Ayu. Good to see you. Welcome.
Happy birthday. Sebab itu birthday dia.
Oh, yeah. Today ke?
Semalam.
Semalam.
Malam kot.
No, 2 days ago, I think, right?
Oh, is it? No, semalam.
Semalam? Really?
Where we are going? Ask her lah.
Anyways, either way, happy birthday or happy belated birthday, Ayu. So for some of you wondering like, siapa lah Ayu ni? Ayu is actually one of our vendors at My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar. So today let's get started lah, Jay, because we have a lot to like chit chat about. So Jay, go ahead and introduce a little bit what we're going to go through today.
Today, what we're going to have today is Sembang Saturday Live. Last show for this My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar. This is where today is what we're gonna ask a lot of questions to our vendors and our collaborators, our partners, where kita nak selami the topic today, the case study and heart-to-heart talk. Thank you lah, Links. You're welcome, Ayu.
She said 20 hari bulan lah.
Okay. Alah, baru je. Dia tak ada bezanya. I kalau
still fresh.
The whole month.
Yeah. So anyways, go ahead, Jay.
Anyway, I'm Jay Ishak. That is Zef. Zef, cerita sikit pasal you lah supaya I boleh sambung balik.
Okay. So maybe some of you can, are probably catching on this broadcast a little bit late. So just a little bit, just to have a little bit of refresher who Jay and I are. So Jay and I, we came together, after meeting here in New York. So we decided, because Jay has her company in Malaysia, what events, and I do a lot of live broadcast production where I am. I'm actually in the US, so I'm not in Malaysia, but I am a Malaysian. Malaysian heart. Hello. So we decided to produce this first ever E-Bazaar called My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar, and where it's actually a virtual vendor event. Kalau orang tak biasa with it, like, what is that? So imagine macam Bazaar Ramadan outside, tapi kita orang buat online. So we did that together. So this is how we came together and put this event lah. So we did Sembang Saturdays Live ni as a offshoot of My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar, so that we can actually provide, resources untuk our vendors to help them. Sorry, I'm having a lot of allergies, Jay. So I might be coughing and doing a lot of
Banyak sangat
okay.
kuih raya kot.
I know, banyak sangat kuih raya, so I'm going to drink a little bit. Okay, so Jay sambung pula. We have 2 people lah joining us today. Betul tak, Jay? Because we figured, we invited some of our vendors, but they weren't able to go. Some weren't able to join, but we figured, we wanted to put out there whoever we worked with, or even participants, we invited them to be on the show because we want to have a real heart-to-heart conversation, macam lah buat case studies, of this event that we did, and we're going to have heart-to-heart talk in hopes that it will help future SMEs who take part in virtual vendor event macam ni get something out of it. So we're gonna bring them up in a bit just to make sure that they're ready. I just let Jay sum some things up and then I'll bring them on.
Oh, okay. So we have guests. These guests yang kita akan bawakan kepada semua orang, they are our collaborators, which is the online marketplace. So this is where what happened was, we had quite a number of vendors yang belum pergi online lagi. So online E-Bazaar that we did for My Aidilfitri ni, it was something new. It was something new that we wanted to introduce to everyone because of the pandemic and whatnot. And it is COVID proof, pandemic proof, political proof, and weather proof kind of event. So this is something new. So we didn't, and what we found out was that a lot of them they were not online. Some of them were in Shopee, Lazada, and other online platforms. But we wanted something that is easier and inexpensive, but create a lot of value, additional value for our vendors. So yeah. So we have a few questions that we have come up with, and let's see. And if you have anything that you want to share with us, or if there's any comments or anything that you want to share, please put it in our chat box, in our comment box, so that we know who you are and we know what kind of questions. So this is the time where case study and heart-to-heart talk. So Mela kita berhat-hat ni hari.
Berhat-hat hari ni. Okay, jom kita bring our guests on. So I'm gonna bring our first guest, who is Ida Maslina. Hi Ida. Sorry, I'm still.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari Raya. You're muted. Selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari Raya. It's so good to see you, Ida. I'm so glad that you're able to join us. And I know Intan, I hope Intan is not driving. I see her, but I hope she's not driving and parked somewhere else. Intan, I don't want to be responsible for anything. So I see her behind the scenes buat macam ni. Tapi I'm going to let her drive first and then she's going to gelak. Intan, drive careful ya. Okay. Anyways, let's get started dengan Ida and then I can bring her up in a minute. Okay. See, I told you she's driving. She's still laughing.
Okay. Nanti kita buat baru kita ni.
Yes. So I want to tanya ni lah kan, because there are 5 questions that we kind of prep basically so that kita boleh start this conversation, and I think it's going to be good if we could actually macam jump into the conversation kan, sebab I think it'll be great to take these 5 questions as a guide for us to start our conversation lah kan. So I see ada 3 orang kat sini. Say hello if you're watching live so that we can say hello to you right back. Hello. In case you're watching like what is this going to be about? Okay, the conversation today about Sembang Saturdays Live. This is the final episode in the series. So we are going to do a case study and heart-to-heart talk about this event that we did, My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar, the first ever E-Bazaar in Malaysia. So the 5 questions that we came up with would actually help and guide this conversation. So I'm going to put up the first question. So whoever wants to start first, maybe Ida wants to start first. Oh, but before with that, let me just have Ida introduce herself, because, I'm sure some of our viewers will probably want to get to know her a little bit. So go ahead, Ida. Take about 30 seconds or something to just introduce yourself.
My name is Ida. So I'm one of partner with Aidilfitri E-Bazaar. So I and Intan handle MyGalore e-platform. Is an online platform. We open for vendor who don't have any online platform for them to reach out to their customers. So here we are, mygalore.biz.my. You can check it out.
Yeah, so when we actually I started this event, one of the things we found out was, some of our, our event vendors and participants didn't have an existing online store. So we kind of, brought them on and became our event partner to just help our vendors have that. All right, let's put this question up first. So the first question, everybody, that I want to, so this is going to be raw and real. So before we step on anyone's toes, we just want everybody to know it's not meant to step on your toes, but we're here to be raw and real about our own experience doing this event. Kan? Sebab we all boleh belajar from one another, right? So the first question, apa dia, Jay?
Disclaimer.
Yes, disclaimer dulu. So the first question kan, so we can go around the room, and in fact Intan could Intan punya camera can be off, but she can still be on. Intan, I'm gonna add you onto the stream, but I know she's probably driving, so I'm gonna just kind of like switch her up here so that we can hear her if she wants to jump in. So the first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best experience, how do you rate your overall experience at this event? And then kalau boleh, you boleh share a little bit about this number. Who wants to go first? Dang, 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 dang.
Okay, I go first lah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
From 1 to 10, I give you 6. Okay, 6 is because from my experience, sebab my Aidilfitri E-Bazaar is a very good platform. Tapi because we macam Zef and Jay is using Airmeet, is a kind of a new experience for us in Malaysia. Sebab Airmeet ni kalau I tengok pun tak pernah lagi orang guna in Malaysia. So it's a kind of it's a new experience for us. Kalau it's a kalau kita nak tengok vendor nak masuk pun, I mean participants nak masuk, attendee nak masuk pun is a bit they're having difficulties. Tapi it's a good experience for them. At least kita belajar, kita learn, kita tahu new platform out there for us to use, and it's very good because dia macam kita pergi event physical yang biasa kita pergi, ada stage, ada table for you to meet up. So kalau sebelum ni kita tak pernah terfikir pun, we can do that online. Okay, so for me it's a 6 because maybe dekat Malaysia ni belum boleh pergi up to 9 to 10 punya level lagi, because kita kena banyak lagi buat awareness, buat kena let the user experience it.
Yep, exactly. Jay, you not at?
There were a lot of limitations. I understand that. Limitations and a lot of challenges that we had to go through, because since this is the first time we did an event using that platform, and then apalagi kalau kita the first time, apalagi dengan orang-orang lain kat luar sana, especially the vendors and also the visitors that came in. So it was quite a number of things that we had to do, kan Zef, in terms of educating and educating.
Yes. So what would your number be from an 1 to 10? What would your experience overall be? I mean, Jay, real and raw, because this, I think we can hope to even share our experience with other event producers, event planners, kan? So yeah.
Yes. I would add on my experience, I would add a bit 6.5, honestly, because there were a lot of things that we didn't foresee that we had to do, but then we had to do it anyway. We had to go go with the flow kind of thing. But however, the 0.5 that I add is because of the learning experience and more connection to others. I nak add 0.5 lagi, 7 lagi. I bagi 7. You know why? Zef? Because from new platform that we new type of events that we had created, it has opened up a lot of doors, many doors actually, that we didn't expect that, but it was quite a good surprise, because even though kita tak adalah buat juta-juta daripada event ni kan, but then doors that is opening, it's like syukur alhamdulillah, ada juga orang tengok and see the beauty of it.
Yeah. Intan, are you ready to talk? Can I put you on? She's driving. Let you drive. I'll talk first, okay? Okay.
She
Okay,
can
I'm gonna put you on. Okay. All right. What's your take on a scale of 1 to 10? What's your rate overall experience at this event?
Dia kat dengan
7. Dia sama dengan Jay. 7. Woohoo!
Okay, kenapa tu Intan?
Why Intan 7?
My favorite number.
Yes.
My favorite number also.
Yeah. So you want to share with us why you picked 7?
No, 11. Yes. Hold on. Give me 2 minutes. Stop.
Okay, let me jump in first, okay? So I don't want her to be in trouble when she's driving. But anyways, I nak cakap macam ni. So for me, I find it a little bit challenging to score this right now from but my overall experience because of the additional work we had to do as a team. I had a lot of shockers from one end. I'm gonna do somewhere dengan Ida, but I'm gonna do a 6 but my 6 too has been a lot about us planting seeds. Jay, you were right about planting seeds. We did a lot of work. We're going to be honest, and I think Jay can share my sentiment about this, is that I feel the event we didn't accomplish. I'm going to be raw and real about this is because it's the truth. Sebab it's so new, right? We learned so many new things. And for me, kan macam like, I'm like, okay, this didn't go the way we thought it would be. Because so we had to learn a lot of new things, and then we discover a lot of new things. Like for instance, we realized, so one of my biggest things was I realized, because coming into the Malaysian market, I realized ramai SME business owners basically are very driven on mobile.
WhatsApp and mobile.
Yeah, on WhatsApp and mobile. There's no automation in the setup of the business. When I say this, maksudnya, and I think Intan and Ida may agree, because we talk about a lot about this, because dengan diorang pun, they have the same issue. And we talk constantly about this is because, yes, while it is the easiest thing for us to talk to somebody, but from a business point of view, it is not the most effective, efficient. Sebab kadang-kadang bila kita go on computer, on the phone, we cannot see macam a spreadsheet, macam, you know, shopping cart. We may not see the best way it's supposed to see. And to be honest, the virtual event platform, like macam Ida cakap, the Airmeet kan. Airmeet tu is one of the virtual events platform which is kind of advanced, and it's not the only one. Many tau, since pandemic, there's a glut of virtual events platform. And yes, so many. And over 90% are best on the desktop or computer. It is just designed like that because there's a lot of components ataupun features dalam a virtual events platform. Jadi, you know, it's a learning curve if you only run your business, walaupun you're the online business, and you do have a Shopee card ke apa benda, but it is challenging to do it on your phone sebab sometimes you need to open 5 tabs to look at the different aspect of things kan. You have to look at 3 different tabs. There's maybe your shopping cart, and you nak tengok money wise, and you nak tengok spreadsheet or document. It's a challenging. So macam that was my biggest thing, and that's why I'm positioning at 6, but I feel there was a lot of education we had to do just to get the vendors where we want them to be. Sekarang I tengok Intan dia dah kat situ. Boleh cakap ke dia frozen?
She's probably
frozen. She's probably frozen. So I'm going to
kalau
for now.
Intan, if you're listening, you at the moment you're frozen. So the moment we
Yeah.
see you, we bring you back in.
Yes, we bring you back in.
I want to add
Yes.
that in terms of macam yes, we had to educate many people, including on how to get onto the platform. Yes, limitation is because it cannot be done via mobile. You cannot see your vendors via mobile. You cannot chit chat via mobile. So what we But we did not want to embrace that. Okay lah, kalau
Yeah.
semua orang mobile, kita pergi mobile. Tak, we still stick to that
Yeah.
platform because that is the easiest. Macam Zef kata tadi, there are so many other event platforms out there, virtual events. Tapi kita pilih Meet ni because it's more friendly and then it's easy. It's easier than compared to the others.
Yeah.
We source properly sebenarnya.
Yeah, exactly.
Kita tengok betul-betul supaya apa yang senang untuk Malaysian to Singaporean.
Exactly.
So ini paling senang,
Exactly.
and as you all can see during our technical test and during our trial event prior to the event, those yang dah masuk dalam kat platform My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar ni, dia orang excited and dia kata, oh boleh macam ni. Say yes.
Yeah.
So it's like an introduction, first time for everybody. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys are watching this, we are doing the Sembang Saturdays live, and today our topic is we're breaking down a case study of our event, My Aidilfitri Bazaar. We're having a case study, meaning we're answering honest questions about behind the scenes stuff. So here's the second question, and the question number 2 is that, so this is more for event attendees or event vendors. If you actually are watching this even on replay, we would love to hear this. And in fact, kalau you are in our main stage live, all right, I see somebody there who is actually Yusnida Yusof, you're in our main stage live. You can see a green button there that says, please share with us your My Aidilfitri Bazaar experience in the short event survey. There's a short event survey, and I will put it right here also in the chat so that you all boleh pergi and take the survey. But the question number 2 I would like to ask everybody is this, what is one thing that we, the event producers, could have done better to help you achieve a more successful virtual vendor event experience? I know we don't have any of our vendors here to share this, but our vendors, if you're watching, macam Ayu, if you want to add on later, you can just put a comment. Tapi maybe I should probably address this to Ida, because Ida has been our onlooker and participated. What do you think we could have done better, Ida?
Ni kira postmortem online ni.
Postmortem online ni.
Postmortem live.
Okay, kalau to me as from the vendor point of view, I would say that kalau looking at Malaysian punya infrastructure. Yeah, I think it's good to have a mobile punya virtual event platform.
I think you did mention, kan Masa, in one of our sessions we talked about about this. You did mention that, and it's true. Funny you mentioned that. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, sebab kalau sekarang ni, kalau the platform that you use is more on desktop and also desktop and laptop punya ni. So most of our SME, especially the micro businesses, they don't have it, or they kind of memang they rely 100% on mobile. That's why bila Shopee, Lazada came in, they all semua dia offer mobile. Yeah, correct. On apps.
Yeah. So I there's a two-edged sword to that. Maybe Jay also can add to this. I'm gonna add one point, because our concept ni has a little bit more of a different take to it, because it is borderline macam trade exhibition dengan vendor event. So this is something even here in the US. I'm also launching something new, and I've already studied among. So I have a few friends who actually are the creators or the developers for virtual event technology, right? So I tanya lah macam, does your platform has all this mobile? So some, of course, most of them have, but they're limited. When I say, what do you mean by limited? They're limited sebab some of the programs that we have to design. Contohnya, let's just say a trade show, higher end, okay? Shopee, Lazada, tu semua, they can actually do the online because it's just a cart. You put it in, you put the cart, you shop, boom, right? From a virtual event platform is imagine if kita create the booth, macam the actual event, that technology is not easily made into this, right? Because each booth, katalah each booth has a different look. We did the Emit, that was kind of easy, but still Emit is having a challenge in designing the infrastructure for the mobile. Right? So can you imagine if we went to a bigger trade show, trade exhibition kind of booth yang jenis yang ada avatar, you got campus, that one memang banyak, virtual event software or, developers have been saying it's challenging because when they design for mobile, it's kind of challenging sebab one, it takes space. Imagine, okay, contohnya tengok Zoom, right? Kita ambil Zoom is a meeting platform. But do we see, even though we can have 50 people in 50 to 100 people in one room, you don't see 50 to 100 people in one screen.
Because
right?
kecil, screen phone
Yeah.
tu turn on it je.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, I think the conversation is not really about whether it's mobile or not, because every tech developer will have to look into mobile. They know this. But in this virtual event platform, I think in order for us to be versatile, kan, macam kita SMEs tak kisah macam mana, we have macam, in order to be a digitalized business, we also have to understand that this, doing a mobile will limit us, but doing on a computer is the standard operating procedure, right? So I think that's also something, it's a two-edged sword. I totally get it. SMEs are very mobile, but at the same time, if you want to grow your business, this will limit you. So the question of the day is, do you want to make 50,000 ringgit or do you want to do $500,000, $500,000 ringgit? It comes down to that, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
It depends how big it depends how big it is. If let's say your micro, yes, I will look at if you are having just a stall, if you're having just your target audience, not so many, you have very limited, you are only doing a community kind of size of business. So yes, I look at it as mobile is a way to go. But when you look at it as you grow, small, medium, large, small, medium lah, majority, the desktop is very important to get. This pandemic kan, I see alhamdulillah jugalah, because of the children, diorang terpaksa guna e-learning, go to the e-learning, so they have to purchase, tak kisahlah second or third hand punya laptop ataupun desktop, but they can also use it for their business. So dia ada, of course ada pros and cons in terms of that, tapi kalau to take a look at it, our government are pushing the digitization and digitalization. So when you look at that, it is also mengena dengan SME, micro ni semua, definitely, because kita nak build economy. Digital is the way to go, and not everything you can do it on mobile. However, we will have in future, we will have the kind of event where you can log in online, you can log in on mobile, but the user experience will be very, very limited. That's how it is.
Absolutely.
Kalau I can bring back 10 years back, just to add on, kalau we go back to 10 years ago, kalau kita tengok website, most of the website, they only can only support desktop and also laptop aja. Tapi right now kalau kita tengok, most of the website, kalau they cannot support mobile, they cannot go anywhere. Kan? So kalau at this macam event platform macam sekarang ni, so right now we are seeing that all of them, all the suppliers, all the tech
developer,
they only can support on desktop. Maybe in 2-3 years time, or maybe 1 year time, we'll be able to mobile juga. Tapi kalau right now, if they learn now, how to use it, the
Yep.
event platform right now.
Yes.
So in 2-3 years time, they already an expert already. Kan?
Yes, betul,
So
betul.
it's
You
a
know,
plus
like
point.
everything else lah kan. Macam dulu orang tak kerti nak shop kat Shopee or Lazada or My
Yeah,
Galore.
betul.
Right now people like, oh I see the, you know, I must have this online store sebab kalau orang nak bayar I senang, nak cari
Yeah.
barang-barang I, masa I tidur pun senang, you know, it's easy, right? So I think it's a progression. So I think because Jay and I brought up this topic, kan, what is one thing? Absolutely, we both admitted pasal the fact that, you know, we needed to find a mobile, but the thing is that right now in a virtual event platform, not many companies that do the mobile part for certain, like macam virtual booth, macam kita admit to the
Kalau
table
ada
kan.
pun mahal, Zef.
Yeah, kalau
Kita
ada pun
juga
mahal. Exactly.
mahal. And you all
Exactly.
tahu, dan because of the situation, the sentiments and
Yes.
whatnot dekat sini kan, dekat Malaysia ni, your vendors takkan mampu.
Exactly.
So kita cari yang mana yang
Yep.
pertengahan, the middle, on the middle ground.
Yes, exactly. Jay, what question? I know you have 2 questions we lined up to ask. Anything that you want to add to that question?
Okay, I'll take the next one yang pasal business tu. Alright. What have you learned from this? What have we or you learned from this event, and how has this experience helped you in your own business? Please name one key takeaway. Okay, we go round the block, konon.
Round the block pun tak apa. Ida, do you want to start us off?
Yes, Ida, start first. That help you in your business, your own business.
The experience. Okay. Kalau what I learned from this event, since the Emit platform is only available on desktop, so we need more audience. To support your business, we need audience untuk kita blast about our business. And one key takeaway is for me, kalau macam My Galore platform tu is just 1 year old, so kita kena ada more broadcast, more promotion, more education to Malaysian especially. Yeah, to go abroad. Actually kalau My Galore tu, for your all punya information, kita dah boleh dah go international. Tapi we want to, because kita nak help our micro SME, especially the B40 yang duduk dekat, I mean even kat bandar pun, kalau yang suburb area tu, they don't know how to use the online platform, yang betul-betul punya online platform. So that's why we educate them so that they can have a feel dulu how to do it online business throughout Malaysia and as well as Singapore, Brunei, Indonesia. Kita try to go sikit demi sikit so that they can experience, so that they, get them excited. Kan?
Yeah, it's a progress.
That's my key takeaway. Yeah.
It's a progress. When I look at what My Galore were able to assist the micro SME, it was very easy and straightforward. But bear in mind also, ada juga yang masih kata susah. It's basically, Zef and Ida, it goes back to mindset. Kalau you kata benda tu susah, susahlah dia. If you say that it's something that I want to learn on and master how to do it, you will be shown the way to do it. You'll be guided to learn about it. If it's gonna help your business, it's a continuous learning process. You cannot be, not everything is given to you on a platter. Bukan semua kita
macam everything else, right? You have to figure it out.
Yes, you kena belajar certain things we can teach you, certain things you kena belajar sendiri and experience sendiri. That's one thing. How it helped me in my event business is we have pivot. Macam ni lah nak kata, 100% of my events, sexy events buat is all online now. Be it
I see Intan. Intan, I'll bring you on in a minute, okay? Sorry, Jay. I saw her. I was just like, I gotta acknowledge her. I'll bring her on in a minute.
So we're gonna try. This is the kind of experience. I've used Zoom. I've used Facebook. I've used we've used Meet. And we have tried even other platforms as well for events. Next one, nanti will show at the end of this show. You hold on first, whoever is watching us right now, or at the end, we will tell you, I will share with you the next one is going to be
Yep.
on a different platform altogether. So how this has helped my my event management team is we have continuously elevate ourselves and innovate on how to do things via online, how to make our virtual event more interesting, more happening, and definitely it's a attention grabber lah.
Yeah,
Can say
exactly.
it's
We
something
planted a lot of
new.
seeds. Yeah, we did plant a lot of seeds.
Yes,
Okay, let's bring Intan. She's here. Hey Intan, good to see. Wow, she's on mess, full mess. Intan. So I think the question we wanted to ask, we're addressing right now is that what have you learned from this event, and how has this experience helped you in your own business? If there's one key takeaway that you took away from this event, what would that be?
Okay, first of all, selamat Hari Raya Zef. Cantik baju raya you.
Selamat Hari Raya. We lost her. Did she actually switch off her camera? Okay. Did we lose her? Intan, did you mute yourself and take yourself off on camera? Or is just a connection issue?
there's a connection issue.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of like say what I was thinking about my own takeaway from this. One of the biggest takeaway from this event that actually has helped me is that I was trying to figure out how I can answer this. This is okay. This answer disclaimer it's I'm sharing this because it's also a lesson for me. Okay. So one of the things I think for me, my big takeaway from this event is that coming into this event, being it the first one, one of the big things I didn't realize would impact me more is actually the education part, right? So the education part meaning I felt like my big takeaway was that I needed to macam share or educate along the way. And I think if I knew that like ahead of time, because I came in maybe on the assumption that I'm working with people who are already online and all that stuff, even though we had all our ducks in order from the website point of view, macam vendor requirements, vendor packages, semua dah spell out correctly. But I'm also forgetting that, this is a brand new event that needs to have more education. So I would have actually macam allocated more time for like 30 days of education and pre-qualify the vendors first before getting them into the program. Sebab what I feel that without doing that pre-qualification process, like vet out properly, it kind of like took a toll on my mental health. Sebab now I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm not doing the right thing, So I'm like, oh my God, what did I miss? I mean, I'm just being honest. That's how I felt, kan? So I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm not doing enough for the vendors. Macam I'm feeling like macam I did not do enough for my vendors to get them prepared for the event. Where did I fail? I asked that to myself. Then I look back, I'm like, oh, looking back at this is how I can actually apply in my own business. And that is, I actually have to educate people with the things that we're doing are very, very kind of like, I wouldn't say new, but it's just the technology is new. The platform is new. The concept is new. It's going to take people a little bit of time to actually explore and learn a little bit more. So that's my takeaway. Okay, kita ada Intan sekarang. Kita have her share her alamak, dia froze ke tak? Okay.
Okay, bantu cakap sebelum dia cari hilang balik.
What's your experience and what's your one takeaway?
Okay, very sorry because I'm in a mode of driving today. So
Okay.
anyway, Zef, you have said whatever that I want to say actually. It's a very good experience for me to join this E-Bazaar. But the very important thing is for us to have the onboarding process. When we identify our partners to join, whoever wants to join the SMEs, the micro micro businesses, kita sebenarnya handphone, to have some kind of onboarding lah. Let's say tak 1 month, I think tak sampai 1 month, probably a week before that. I think when we do the pre-election, we have to give this education because macam the kekurangannya ada. First is the infra, macam Ida cakap, is the infra, kita when we say this E-Bazaar must be on desktop, laptop and all that, so some of the SMEs, some of the micro businesses tak ada those facilities. They want to join. Of course, most of them memang beria-ria, they are so eager to join for that opportunity base. We also macam kita pun suka, kita nak ramai lagi yang nak join kan, but because of lack of this infras, less technology knowledge, we
frozen.
Yang agak we need to take a step back.
Intan, you're breaking up. So I'm just going to kind of probably fill in a little bit, which I think is what Intan is saying. We have to be active in also the onboarding process. So we would have allowed a little bit more time to get people to where we need them to be. Sebab Intan, you dengar tak?
Tapi dia lagi.
For next event, vendors are all very aware. Very aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
We hear you, but you're breaking up. So just to let you know, I'm gonna remove. You dengar tak? Yeah, I'm gonna remove you just because you're lagging. But Intan, I just want to say thank you for tuning in and for joining us. I want you to drive safely, so please be safe on the road, okay? Just to make sure that you can drive safely, and thank you for your input. And I totally agree about the onboarding part. Dengar tak? Okay, so Intan, thank you. So definitely, that is the takeaway, and I agree the onboarding part. And in fact, Jay, we talked about it a lot, kan?
Yeah, the onboarding.
Yeah. Another question, Jay.
Okay, moving forward, is there one thing you would like to see at our next virtual vendor event?
Ida?
What is the one thing that you would like to see?
More audience, more participants, more vendor coming in.
Yeah.
More traffic in.
Yes,
Basically,
more traffic.
more traffic, more participants and more traffic. Okay, that's the number one thing. That's what we want as well. The challenge would be Zef. The challenge would be we have to start not to say the onboarding, the education part of it much earlier. Now that we know, I check out you, Ida. Both of us we had gone through a lot of laughter and a lot of shock messages.
And a lot of tears too. I promise you. And a lot of tears that you guys don't see.
Struggles. The struggles.
Yes.
It's why we continue. We can have just dropped this off, but we both persevere and we continue. It's like, look, this is for the micro SME. This is for the vendors out there. This is for those with the products who are struggling to market and sell their products. So if we don't do this, Zef pun cakap dengan I, look, kalau tak benda ni kita tak buat je, tak ada siapa yang akan buat untuk diorang. So to do this live broadcast, it takes a lot of things behind the scene. It's not something that we can just plug in and play. No, it's not. A lot of work. I must say, I thank Zef for this because she focused on what she's good at. I focus on what I'm good at, and we just complement each other. And I'm thinking, hey, we don't
And that's
have
how it's supposed to be, right? The reason we we collaborate is because,
Collaborate.
Ida brings a different, skill set. Jay brings a different skill set. I bring a different skill set. And
Correct.
our goal was to make this as efficient and most effective for everybody who came through, whether you're an event attendee, whether you're an event vendor, ataupun you're, somebody who wanted to sponsor our event. The idea is for us to collaborate and network. And I think that's like the thing lah, kan? We try to do our best, Could we have given up? Absolutely. Like there were days I told Jay, I'm going to be honest with you, everybody. I told you this is going to be real and raw. Then I told Jay, I said dengan Jay, I cakap, Jay, I don't know if this is a good time to do this. I feel like I want to throw in the towel and walk away from this whole thing. But like Jay cakap tadi, mindset kan, it's about your mindset too, because what we didn't realize, even though it was hard, even though we powered through it, betul tak? And then what we did was at the end was we planted a lot of seeds. Now people notice what we're doing, and suddenly people are saying like, hey, can we be a part of this? Can you do this for us? Can you develop a program for us? And we're like, you want us to do this for we're like, okay. Oh, you know what we're doing? So, it went from like trying to educate. Suddenly people go like, oh my God, we could have done this. So that's the thing I think, we wanted to share. Of course, moving forward, what I would like to see at our next virtual vendor event is that participation from everybody who actually become a community member. Betul tak? Macam I'm a community member of My Galore. We work together. We co-promote each other. We invite, when we do our Sembang Live, we actually say, hey, Ida, bring your people here because there's value in what we're doing. And then if they're doing something, we kind of push it over too. So it's that I think one of the things, we talked about this kan Jay, we say I would love to see a lot more networking online. Betul tak? Because we feel ramai orang buat networking kat sini, right? You don't really see faces. You don't really, it's just like you network in your own silo. I would love to see macam kita build relationship and community, online, and then we can always get people to build trust with one another. That's what I really like to see at our next virtual vendor event. Yeah.
Okay, just now I saw behind the scene where Intan was trying to show her a note. Okay, so here's the note. She was okay?
I have it here too.
Yeah, so she was struggling, but it was worth 100% plus 100% kata dia. Kudos to all. Okay, boleh nampak. Itu Intan yang message. Itu dia nak cakap, siap tulis. Because she knows that she's driving and dia punya, is lagging, dia punya wifi. Nampak dah, Chef?
See, this is what I mean kan. Macam like, had we not have done this, we would not have created a relationship with My Galore. We would not have created a relationship with Ushanita Johor. We would not have created a relationship with Yap Lip Chow from Luvio Leather. We would not have created a relationship dengan Ayu from the Oats, right? We would not know these people existed. So we did this so that people can come through, Romy from Man Ahmad Food Experience. But I'm going to tell you this, So I'm going to give kudos to our vendors who actually trusted us enough to actually take on this project with us because they were brave enough. Yeah, they were brave enough to be the pioneers of this very new concept. They trusted enough that, this will bring me somewhere. And like Romy from Man Ahmad, what did she say? She had quite a few people coming up to her sampai tak boleh nak keep up with the order. So this is what we want. Like Ida and Intan from My Galore. Ida, you had quite a few new, new customers and clients too, which is why we collaborated. Betul tak?
Yeah, and we had to educate them juga on My Galore. In fact, kalau macam you kata vendor live is a new platform, but in fact macam My Galore pun is not a new platform pun. We have struggled to bring them on.
The thing is,
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
us.
We struggle to get there, just like what she said, right? Struggle, but it's worth 100% plus 100%. Kudos to all. Thank you for
Thank
writing
you,
that
Intan.
beautiful note, Intan. We're gonna have to share that on in our group. And I think anything else you want to add to this moving forward question, Jay or Ida, before I go to one last one, and then we can wrap this up.
Okay, I would like to see us doing for our next virtual vendor event. I echo apa yang Zef mentioned tadi, which is the networking bit. I see that, see, vendor will be many and on that particular platform, particular event. But vendor also need to help each other. Number one. Boleh tak tambah lagi? Networking. You got to network with the others. Once you network, you get to know and be rapport with the other participants, the other vendors per se. So when you have this teamwork going on. So if everybody were to help each other in each other's business, it'll be more a fantastic experience that you will see this, you will experience it, and that's what we want to inculcate in our virtual vendor event. Whatever that we do, ada purpose, ada the aim goal. But however, kita tak boleh dah. No one event is perfect, and no one event fit all shoes.
Yep.
That's one thing for sure. But what we can do is you tell us the feedback. You let us know so that we can continuously improve, so that we can continuously share knowledge and then help the others out there. Benda-benda
Yes.
macam ni kita kena bantu each other.
Yes, I know. Whoever is going to be watching this in our, main stage live in our primary stage, yeah. Just to let you know, just to let everybody know, moving forward, this is also another moving forward. All our social broadcasts, yeah, all our Sembang Saturdays live that we put out on social media will actually come down. Where you will find the replay is actually you will find the replay in I think I put it here somewhere. Okay, here. So
Okay.
it's actually on Sembang. Oh, here. Silap. Sembang Saturdays live replay will be at sembangsaturdays.vendorshows.live. We will share it on social media, but most of all, kalau you nak, get updates and all that stuff about our community, join our online community, which is in our Facebook groups, Vendor Shows Live, Malaysia Singapore. I'm going to put that up again so that you can take a look. This is where we actually want to continue to build our community so that we can have the conversations like this. Not only kita tolong, our vendors, but we primarily want to also expose, orang yang nak shop with our vendors, how this is done. Betul tak? Sometimes as attendees, like, where do we go? Oh, click here, is it? Enter here, is it? Oh, click here. Okay. Because sebab kita tak familiar dengan doing stuff online or on the computer, so we don't know, button nak pilih. Don't worry, try, okay? It won't explode. I promise you that. You just try to pitch it, So stuff like that, we want to have a conversation. Sometimes kita nak tanya community kita, what kind of event do you want us to do for you? Kalau you nak shop, what kind of vendors you want to see at the event? Do you have suggestions of vendors that you want us to invite to the event? So, we built this event community so that you can come and even meet some of our vendors. So, itulah. You want to add something, Jay?
I want to just summarize it in one sentence. Help us to help you.
Yep. Help us to help you. Okay.
It's
One more
two-way
thing.
Yes.
I just
right?
nak tanya short question. Ida, do you think there's something you feel you could have done better at this event name one? Sebab you're one of our promo partners. So I think it's a legit question to ask you. Sebab, I don't know, if our vendors, maybe down the line, kalau diorang tengok ni, they will share on the replay. Do you think there's something that you personally could have done better at this event? Kalau ada, if you want to share one.
For me, it'll be better kalau kita do the promotion 1 month earlier, so that we can call up more vendors. We can do more promotion throughout our social media, throughout anything like that we have. Yeah.
Yep,
To at least
exactly.
Full blast.
Yes.
full blast.
Jay, what about
Full
you?
blast.
Jay?
I would I would say marketing. I would say marketing and promotion. Because we didn't. I have to say, I admit, I didn't know what was how to approach in terms of because we didn't know what's their status of level of understanding what virtual events is all about and about the mobile, the desktop kind of thing. So sebab tu I macam honestly I was terkejut dan kadang-kadang I share dengan Zef, dia pun terkejut. The fact that we didn't realize that bila kita turun padang, not literally, it's it was at first it was mind-boggling, but later we understand. We put ourselves in their shoes and then we understand, oh sebab ni lah dia orang tak masuk, sebab ni lah dia orang tak datang. Then but there was a different angle that we need to look at to address this community. So different community, different way to address, and that takes time. And yes, I agree with Ida. 1 month marketing and promotion of full blast. May I add to that sentence? Marketing and promotion full blast for different community, but they are also in the micro SME category.
For me, excuse me, I feel I pun one thing, because I'm a huge networker. I'm just a master connector, relationship. That's just who I am. When I have a big community, it's because I took the time to build my relationship with people. So that's one thing that I really feel I could have done better at this event. And yes, I would have started earlier too. Sebab when and it would have helped me to filter out the group of people I needed to focus on. So when I say group of people that I needed to focus on, because kita tahu lah kat dalam social media, it takes a little time to build relationship, right? And it takes a little time for people to, get to know you. Because my challenge was, I was not in the WhatsApp groups, right? It was hard for me to network because I didn't know where people are. So I'm so used to online, like social media, because those is, selalunya that's where all the communities are, right? Because the communities grow that way because we connect with one another. My feeling is that if I had done a little bit more research into very specific groups, like groups that really concentrated in online selling, and SMEs who are in online selling, or they have online stores, or they're big about online businesses, I would have actually focused a little bit more energy networking with them so that I can create those conversations and say, hey, listen, we have this thing coming up. So like macam it came down to what you both said lah, we have that little extra time to build that relationship and network with people. So for me, it's all about that. Because remember, Jay, when we did our Facebook ads, it's not for the lack of doing the marketing, paid marketing. We had about 20,000 people. The reason people were not coming over and clicking is because I say we don't have a relationship with people. It's just like a free ad, right? Dalam TV, like, I don't really care about that thing, right? It's a free ad. Nobody cares. But if we had a relationship and go like, oh my God, Toha, my girl actually shared this about this event. I want to go. Oh, Jay from 16 Events. I know her. I want to go, right? So I think a lot of who we put to the event has been our immediate circle, which, was pretty big, so
Let's
I think
be
that was
connected. Let's be connected because we have created the community on Facebook. I think why we choose Facebook is because everybody's on Facebook, so that we can have this community. Just tell us what we share what we have. You share what you want, and then so that we can actually assist. So again, I'm back to help us to help you in kind of thing. Look, we have Michael, the online marketplace. We have Zef. Walaupun she's in US, she's still trying to understand how Malaysia works, how Malaysians work, and here I am trying to put it all together. We're gonna put this together, and those if you are listening to this, it's not just the vendor, it's not just you as a visitor or a buyer or shopper, it's also collaborators and partners. Look, if you see this, if you see us, you see this kind of events, virtual vendor events will benefit you, your business, your network, your community. Let us know. Check us out at facebook.com/group/vendor shows live.mysg. MYSG tu is Malaysia,
Malaysia,
Singapore.
Singapore.
Jangan fikir benda lain Okay.
Okay, everybody, we kind of took an hour doing this show because we figured it was really important, but we will try to splice out the conversations based on the questions. In case kalau you all jumpa this, social broadcast, if you actually watch in all any social media like Facebook ke ataupun YouTube, I put it in the chat kat situ. There's a link to an event survey. So if we won't know who wrote the survey, but if you can actually share your take on the event, if you've attended the event or if you're a vendor, if you're watching this, take the survey there. It's about like 5 questions, simple questions, and some of it is just like pick an answer. What survey? And then it helps us to help you so that we can design better virtual vendor events so that we can actually do onboarding, can help you sell more, connect to the right customers, which is very important. And I talk about this a lot. We have to find the right customer. Kadang-kadang kita WhatsApp 100 orang nak jawab, yang beli 5 people. So we gotta know you gotta know. So that said, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. And if you're actually watching this on replay, you can always comment, but we will be taking down our social media stuff by the weekend or by early next week. And you boleh pergi to sembangsaturdays.vendorshows.live to watch the entire series. We have 8 episodes, so you can watch the entire episode. A lot of it, out of this 8 episodes, 7 episodes were really dedicated to helping vendors think about macam mana dia nak prepare to participate as a vendor at a virtual event. So if you're wondering, lain kali they want to have another E-Bazaar, I want to know how to prepare for this. So go to the website sembangsaturdays.vendorshows.live. You will see entire 7 episodes of our Sembang Saturdays live series. All right, everybody. Ida, thank you so much for being here. And for everybody who's watching.
Let's high five.
High five! 1, 2, 3, boom! Nanti kita boleh screenshot. Kita boleh screenshot. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. In case you all are wondering, this has been an episode of Sembang Saturdays Live, co-hosted by moi, Zef dengan Jay Ishak. And today we had Ida Maslina from Law, and it's all about the case study and heart-to-heart talks of our recent event called My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar, which we had from 16 April sampai 11 May. And if you have any questions, there is a scan code there, or you can visit that website. But I just want to say thank you to everybody. And this wraps up our entire project of My Aidilfitri E-Bazaar 2021.
Terima kasih semua. Terima kasih. Zef,
trying to join us from her car.
Zef, can I just add one more thing?
Sure.
What we're going to have before we close?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
What's next is on networking.
Yes.
Okay. Follow us in our Facebook page. Follow us there. We will update you on the what's next for us. What's next in the virtual vendor event. So follow us. Stay tuned because it may help you. I don't have a product, but it can help you. That one for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
join the community, folks. I want to say this, okay, and I told Ida and everybody else, Intan, I said, the community does not exist only on WhatsApp, yeah? Because on WhatsApp, you susah nak tengok credentials orang, who they are, their business. But if you belong to a Facebook group, you can see a little bit more digging. If they have like a Facebook business page, there's probably in their profile, you can learn more. So join kita orang, you can do a little bit more education, you can do a little bit of networking. Be active. Kalau you tak aktif, you jangan harap orang akan aktif towards your business. Betul tak? That's the truth, right? Raw and real, right? If you want people to get to know you, you have to do a little work. You cannot be a hermit under the batu, okay? So, all right, everybody. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in the next programming or project. But do come and join us. And thank you, Ida and Intan, for joining us today. Thank you, Jay. Thanks
Welcome,
everybody.
Zef
Have a
and
great
Jay.
day. Bye. Selamat Hari Raya.
Maaf
Selamat
saya
Hari
batin.
Raya.